Inflation's down, but just by a little bit. Housing market was booming, but no more. Layoffs are still coming. CPI report came out 7.1%. And this $100 bill, well, how much is this $100 bill? How much will this be by 2027? And news, if you live here in Nevada, 500 million grants to who? Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. I'm CAPANO. We got some stuff to cover. I greatly appreciate it, and happy Hump Day Wednesday. I'm going to jump into, yes, the inflation is down. The administration, President Biden, is happy. But what the banks say, where we're heading, how I'm going to give you and break down what food and eggs and everything are. And $1,000 stimulus, not $100 stimulus, but $1,000 stimulus was included in this inflation. It has money is still in Congress. Everybody can get $1,000 stimulus. It's included. Why not give it out to the people? We're in rough times, right? Leave me in the comments below. Do you think $1,000 should have been, if it was in, there's money just sitting there in Congress, what are they going to do with that money? I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear from each and every one of you in this video. Also a chance to win some coffee behind me. There's coffee there behind me. And how much coffee is going to be next year, speaking of coffee. All right, I'm going to jump right into today's video. I'm going to take a sip of some coffee, some Italian coffee here. Imagine, just take a guess before, and don't forward the video. How much will this $100 bill be in 2027? I'll give you my opinion. Okay, so stock market's down for the whole year. Still big layoffs. I mean, people are climbing in the job somewhat. Housing department not booming. Slowdowns continues. And I'm going to give you what the banks say the interest rates are going to be by March of 2023. Consumers are spending and slowing down. Bottom line is the inflation is way too high. Leave me in the comments. It's still way too high. Needs to be around 7.2%. Excuse me, 2.2% is where they're hoping for. Everything will double by 2027. For an example, a New York steak, well, just 2 years ago, you could probably get a decent New York steak, 8 ounces for about a good one. I'm talking about going and buying it at your supermarket and barbecuing it. Doesn't that sound good right now? That was about $9.99. Let me tell you what it's going to be in 2027, because in this rise of inflation makes things double, will be $60. A new car, an average car, say is $38,000 for an average decent car, will be worth double, so $74,000, $75,000. This is out of control. How do we fix it? What do we do about it? I'd like to hear from you. All right, I'm going to go over some things real quick, and I'm going to talk about Nevada. So now, the CPI report comes out for 2022 in November. Fruit is up 9.7%. Coffee, my coffee's behind me over here. My coffee's right over here, and I'm going to give that out. That's why I'm reaching. I'm going to give this out. If we get 50 likes in this video, I'm going to give this out, and I'm also going to give out some money. So we need the likes and share this video. I'd like to see some new faces come on here. I want to thank everybody. I'm just a small YouTube channel for liking these videos and being with me all this time. I will appreciate my love back. That's all. So I said coffee up 14.6%. Milk's up 14.7%. Take a guess what electric's up. Just take a guess. 49%. People are not heating their homes. Back east, it's getting cold. Gas, 10.1%. Milk, did I say milk? 14.7%. Rent is still up nationwide. People are having a hard time behind on bills. And the bottom line is we need an inflation get down to 2.5. Banks, Bank of America, predicts it'll be by 2023, in 2023, interest rates will be around 4.4%. I don't see it. I don't have a crystal ball, but I see it much higher. And then by March of 2023, they're hoping it'll be about 5.5%. Interest rates. This is causing a big problem. So if your neighbor 9 months ago sold his house, just for an example, for $500,000, now interest rates are up to 7.7%, 8%, and you're only going to get 400,000, right? You're not going to sell it. This is the problem we're having, particularly here in Nevada and Las Vegas, particularly where I live, because people are just not wanting to sell because unless they have to, an emergency, because they know they could have got that. Now, interest rates probably should be around 5-6%. I know they reach down to 4%, 3%, but I still see it going up to 10% before they go down. Just my opinion. So this is what's happening. Now, I want to talk about Nevada, but before I do, I think $1,000 stimulus check should go out. I really do. For people, you know, they say people on, like they did before, just send it out to those people who were making under was 150,000. The money's just sitting there. What are they going to do? They're not going to send it out to the state for infrastructure or anything. They're going to take that money and end up spending it in other places. Let me know where they're going to spend that money at, because they need to spend that money real soon. So once the new Congress come in, because they're going to be coming in after Christmas break, the new Senate and new House. Now remember, the House is now run by conservatives, Republicans, and then the Democrats continue the Senate. New faces, and Krista Sinema is now independent, and now there's talks of, what is his name? Joe Manchin will be either turning over to Republican. It doesn't really mean nothing right now for us. What the bottom line is for both parties is, where was the help? Where was the help on this administration? Why wasn't there more help being sent out? Was it President Biden's fault? Or was his hands tied? I'm being honest. Or they just said, no, it's just going to, this was in, trust me, everybody, I'm 100 billion%. This money was included in inflation. $1,000, tell me what you would do with $1,000 right now. And be honest. Would you go out and buy giant TVs? Yeah, there's people who would do things like that. This is how the human mind is. I'm not judging, but most people on here, I'm sure, and I read your comments every day, will probably use that money for what? For what? Probably behind your rent, don't want to say nothing on here, or a mortgage, or a car payment, living on your credit cards. Yeah, that $1,000 would go a little ways. It's included. If it wasn't included in inflation, I'd say, well, maybe not. This is like destroying America. We should not be here. And let me remind everybody, if you're coming across this video for the first time, it's free to subscribe. Also, too, if you're coming around, well, wait a minute, more spending? What? Listen to the whole video. Listen to the words. And also remind everybody, COVID's still out there. People are still sick. This wasn't anybody's fault that we shut down. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do with Trump or the wrong thing to do with Trump. The right thing to continue with Biden, the wrong thing. I'm just showing you where we're at. This wasn't a lazy nation in most part. So, we forget. Just when people say gas is down right now. Yes, it's down, but it's not where it should be. I'm getting off the subject just a bit. All right, so what was I going to talk about? Oh, Nevada. So Nevada, this is good news if you're a senior or if you're suffering from your disability. So in Nevada, they just announced $500 million with an M, okay, for grants for affordable housing. I'll talk more about that if you like. So if you live here in Nevada, you want me to talk more about that. How about another video? Because I like to keep these videos under 10 minutes. I will come on, if you like, later on today and get more details for this $500 million in grants for seniors, first-time home buyers, and people with disabled. The problem is, again, interest rates are still there, so you might want to wait. But that money will be available coming real soon. And also, let me know, I'd like to hear from it. See this $100 bill. How much you think it's worth now? I mean, is it really worth 100? How far will it go? And how much will this be worth by 2027? Will it be worth 50, 20, 70, the same or more? I'd like to hear from you. Just a little fun thing to do. I can tell you this $100 doesn't go as long as it did. Well, certainly doesn't go that long back in the 70s, right? I'm showing my age. But just go back 3 years ago. Or just go back a year ago. I mean, if somebody gave you this 100 right now, you're going to smile, right? Right? You would smile and say, wow, thank you. But how far will it go? All right, everybody. I like to end my videos. If you're new and you hear this stuff, go ahead and subscribe. Have fun. I give away a little bit on this channel. Keep it as fun as I could. I like to do videos every day, but I don't like to get the facts. So if I'm not on here every day, it's because it's not much to talk about. But I do agree $1,000 stimulus should be out there. I don't understand why they're not getting together. I continue to say there's 100% chance we're not going to get it this year, but maybe work on something for next year for the American people. Okay, it would be great. It really would help people out, particularly that money's just sitting on some desk like behind me in Congress. Say hello to somebody. Tomorrow's another day. There's always a solution on this video. I greatly appreciate everybody, and it looks like I have to shave, and I am getting a call from a representative. Ciao, everybody. God bless.